Hello and welcome to Let's Play Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Inevitable Excess, with me, Bring It On. This is the first story DLC released for Wrath of the Righteous, coming out on March 3rd, 2022. This DLC can be played as a standalone expansion, or as a continuation of the main story, as you can either choose to import your character from the main campaign, or create a new character for the DLC. For the sake of my playthrough, I'll be importing my character from the main story, so we can dive right in. Answer a plea from a powerful entity and defend the space-time continuum against imminent collapse. Use your unparalleled mythic powers to do battle with truly invincible opponents. Import your character from the main campaign just before the moment of their greatest triumph, the victory of the Worldwound, or create a new character. We'll be playing on core, of course. There's our old hero, Don Quixote de la Mancha, ready to start his new adventure.
The architect of the Worldwound, Areelu Vorlesh, awaited the commander in the heart of Threshold. Their confrontation seemed imminent, but an unexpected obstacle appeared in the commander's path. Who would dare to postpone the inevitable?
I am prepared.
An impassable barrier. Big silhouettes can be seen beyond it, looking as though they were molded from gray mist. For the moment, the way to the heart of Threshold is blocked. Guess that means we have to go this way.
I'll go ahead.
Gonna fix this real quick before we engage in combat, because I don't want to be caught with my pants down if I can help it. I have to be fully pantsed for battle.
Access detected. Verbal exchange initiated.
Monotone voice rings out across the dungeons of Threshold.
Request. If you can hear me, please proceed to the fortress entrance.
Try to pinpoint where the voice is coming from. The resonant, emotionless voice seems to be coming from every direction at once. Did I really succeed then? Who is that speaking?
This world is under threat. Anomalies are destroying its integrity. The danger is critical. Assistance is required. Request. Please proceed to the fortress entrance.
What anomalies?
Anomalies are destroying the integrity of this world. All necessary information will be provided to you directly when we meet. Request. Please proceed to the fortress entrance.
There it goes again. Sometimes it's easier to do whatever somebody's nagging you to do, if only to get them to shut up.
She turns to you. Show yourself. Let's talk face to face.
Request denied due to the severity of the current situation.
I'm on my way to fight Areelu. I don't have time to talk to you, whoever you are.
Request denied due to the severity of the current situation.
I'm coming, but I expect a detailed explanation when we meet.
Request. Please proceed to the fortress entrance.
I bet my horn this is just another demon trap.
I hope so, Lan, because we know how to deal with demons. Whoops. Maybe I shouldn't have touched that.
Request. Please proceed to the fortress entrance.
I know the way.
Bend my dream.
Begone, fiend!
Are you okay, Don Quixote?
Let's try this one. This was hurt.
I will resist.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
This isn't going particularly well.
A calculated risk.
Prepare yourself.
Okay, maybe we should take a moment to fully buff
The
up before we
goddess
proceed.
protects us.
Because they absolutely shredded Brusila. Well, and Ennio and Social. If it wasn't for Last Stand, he would have gone down too.
My will is resolute.
Time's not waiting.
Oh, let's group up so we can buff
I'll
up.
help where I can.
Ready for anything.
Because if that's what the first fight of the DLC has to offer, I need to be a little bit more careful.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
And there's a reason why the game gave me all my spells back off cooldown. So I may as well take advantage of it.
I'm all ears. I will lend you my aid.
Alright, that looks good.
Always be ready for the worst.
I'm always open to ideas.
The world has suffered enough.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Should be all set now.
Anomalies are destroying the integrity
Require my
of this
unbiased
world.
opinion?
If I go to quick save, just in case. That first fight has me a little shook up.
Assistance is required.
The Inheritor,
This
guide
should
my
do it.
blade.
You won't survive
Desna,
me.
guide my hand.
Alright, with that out of the way, let's go to cast Phantasmal Web as well. Probably speed that one up a bit if we wanted to.
Let's try this will hurt.
There's a little bit more here than I was expecting. The summons are coming out. Let's go ahead and pop Shield of Law.
A calculated risk.
Endure this.
I charge this guy. Sure can. Oh, my legendary proportions wore off. I look ridiculous.
This should do it.
There we go. Keep everybody in the fight just a little longer.
Let's try this way. This will hurt.
Consciousness malfunction. Can't tell friend from foe and start attacking the nearest creature. Anomaly distortion effect can be removed by a scroll of synchronization or by dispel magic, remove cursed spells, or similar abilities. In that case, DC is 10 plus half hit dice plus charisma modifier. Doesn't sound like
Make
fun.
every strike count.
I got a few of her buffs. Whoopsies. That's fine.
A calculated risk.
Fall!
The description of the DLC was not lying when it said invincible enemies or invincible foes. Those guys are definitely no pushovers. Gray fog, thick and dense, gathers beyond the fortress doors. Passing through it seems impossible for the moment.
Excess detected. Verbal exchange has been initiated and will be recorded in my memory. I have been waiting for you. My name is Valmallos.
He looks really cool. The tyrant golem addresses you, but his voice does not originate from his motionless lips, nor even from his head, but directly from the burning heart in his chest. Serpentine scrolls coil around the golem, rustling as though whispering to their master. Who are you, Valmallos?
A primordial inevitable. My second name is the Answering Right. I am the Guardian of Magic. My task is to monitor instances of dangerous, experimental, unsanctioned magic, and to neutralize them if they pose a threat to the integrity of this world.
So here it is, the cause of so many failed experiments. No one can be allowed to stand in the way of science. I have always experimented, and I will continue to experiment, even if some esteemed golem considers my experiments unsanctioned.
Nenio's eyes narrow.
The individual Nenio poses no threat to the world. The individual Nenio's experiments are harmless. The danger they pose to the world is minimal. The danger they pose to the individual Nenio is severe.
Who are primordial inevitables?
We are living machines. Super golems created to perform certain tasks. The primordial inevitables were the first among all inevitables. Eons designed us. Axiomites poured the metal for our bodies. Axis is the crucible from which we came. The material plane is the site of our vigil.
I have a question regarding your form. Why did your creators place your heart on the outside? Why are there scrolls flying around you? Don't they get tangled up in your legs when you walk? In my expert opinion, your construction leaves much to be desired.
My form is optimal for performing the tasks assigned to me. The powers of a primordial inevitable are comparable to those of a demigod.
You monitor the use of dangerous magic, capable of destroying the world. Where were you when Areelu Vorlesh opened the Worldwound?
The Worldwound problem was promptly analyzed. Inevitable Emeslin was sent to eliminate it. The result was failure and loss of functionality. Axis thanks you for destroying Emeslin.
Valmallos' voice is sanguine. It is impossible to tell if Emeslin's defeat and death trouble him at all.
The Worldwound problem is still to be resolved. Your arrival here is linked to the search for a solution to the Worldwound problem.
Emeslin's death doesn't bother you at all.
Emotions were not factored into the construction of inevitables. The creators considered them superfluous.
That's awful. Living without emotions, never feeling anything. Never being able to love, to want, to crave. I pity you, Valmallos.
Well, I guess if you never knew what emotions were in the first place, it wouldn't be too bad.
I could never live without emotions as you do, Valmallos. I feel joy when I see the beauty of the world and goodness in the hearts of others. And I like that feeling.
Let's get to the point. What do you want from me?
This world is under threat. Anomalies are destroying its integrity. The danger is critical. Assistance is required. The confluence of mythic, semi-divine, and divine powers in one place on Golarion risks destabilizing the very fabric of the material plane. The power of the Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade must be contained to prevent catastrophic consequences.
What do you mean by anomalies?
Small rifts in reality spontaneously manifesting in the fabric of this world. They are like a sickness poisoning this world, generating copies of various creatures from its memory and imbuing them with irrational behavior. The anomaly-infected copies are non-functional. They must be eliminated.
I can hardly make sense of what this Valmallos guy is saying. He can't seem to talk straight at all. But as far as these anomalies go, everything's crystal clear. You see one, you kill one. Not much different from demons.
What kind of catastrophe are you talking about?
The confluence of excess powers in one place, exacerbated by the conflict between them, is having a destructive effect on reality. Rifts in the world's matter are imminent. The world of Golarion will be torn to pieces, and, it is likely, consumed by other planes. This catastrophe must be prevented. If you call upon your power, You should be able to sense the impending catastrophe.
Focus on your senses. Somewhere far away, at the edge of your perception, you do sense some kind of disturbance, a tension, like someone is trying to wind a mechanical clock past breaking point. And this feeling is emanating from Threshold. What specifically do you want me to do?
The anomalies created by these material rifts must be destroyed. Their focal point has been detected in the city of Iz. Request: you will go to Iz to destroy the anomalies. Warning: anomalies can influence the minds of those subjected to them. Be prepared for memory distortions.
But I sense a strain in the fabric of reality coming from Threshold. Why are you sending me to Eyes?
Entry to Threshold is currently impossible. Anomalies are everywhere. I will remain here and search for a way to solve the anomaly problem in Threshold, while you solve the anomaly problem in Iz.
Valmallos is silent. For the first time, you see that the inevitable is carefully choosing his words. I don't have time for your requests. Areelu is waiting for me.
Threshold is the center of the material rifts in this world. Entry is impossible. The probability of being teleported to a random plane is high. A solution to this problem is being found. The anomalies in Iz are currently of a higher priority.
Well, I guess I don't have any choice but to go to Eyes.
This verbal exchange will be terminated and recorded in my memory. We will meet again when you have solved the problem in Iz.
I'm gonna keep calling it Eyes because I've heard it pronounced both ways by NPCs in the game. I've committed to pronouncing it as Eyes. The Sword of Valor is fluttering in the wind triumphantly. Seems a little still to me. Already had all these recipes, didn't I? Oh, it's because you make a new character for the DLC, so they want to give you all the recipes. Because if you made a new character, they obviously wouldn't have those memorized. Well, that is a nice little touch. That's all the... I guess, backer edition stuff? All the items you get when you buy a certain edition of the game. I don't remember which edition it is. Oh gosh, there's enemies here. Don't know why I assumed it would be safe. There is a gear-shaped hollow in the bare stone. Unfamiliar runes are scored into the stone around the indentation.
I'll go ahead. Focus on the goal.
The light will take you!
Let's try this way.
This condition is irrational.
Make your peace.
Did you see that?
I will resist!
Huh? Oh, yes, what?
I know the way.
Valmallos Kekatar? Or Kikatar? We'll come back to that in a second, I think. Or not. Let's go over here anyway. Oh, it is immediately hostile. What is your alignment?
Prepare yourself!
As it should be.
Let me help.
That is not far.
Endure
I
this.
know what to do.
No time for debates.
There we go. That's the first enemy we've managed to one-shot this DLC so far.
Make every strike count.
Into the fray!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
You're irrelevant.
Oh, don't like that one bit. Let's see.
Desna, guide my hand!
This will hurt.
This was unexpected.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Make your peace.
A calculated.
Good job, Nenio.
You are my favorite.
My will is resolute.
Had that weird not succeeded, Lan would have died.
I'll
Well,
go ahead.
probably.
I sense something.
I know the way.
It's either us
The
or them.
inheritor! Guide
I
my
will bring
blade!
down the divine wrath. The performance are lacking.
Alright, let's head back to camp. We'll start talking to the NPCs, I think, in the next episode.
I am prepared.
If we can't rest up and get our spells back as well.
Time's not waiting.
Altar consecrated by the priests of Desna.
As it should be.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Alright, I'm going to call the episode here. In the next one, we'll speak to the NPCs that we have around camp, see what they have to say about the situation, and go from there. I'm really excited. The encounters so far have been fairly challenging. I'm really looking forward to that. I like the increase in the difficulty. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.